Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Wellness Wednesday. I am your host, GuruDan from GuruDan Reiki on Facebook. Please get your water, your candles, your crystals, whatever you want. Please get comfortable. You can be seated, reclined, laying down. I'll give you just a second for that. Or if you're on the recording, you can pause and go get all those things and then come back. Get comfortable. Take a few deeper than normal breaths. Just let all the energies calm. Bring your attention focus to yourself, where it should be. I'm going to do this. Please think of an animal or a place that brings a smile to your face. Let's get into the heart space first before we go get our golden spark of light. Please think of an animal or a place that brings a smile to your face. A real smile. As the energies kind of settle and your attention kind of comes to your face, kind of comes around your third eye, ascension eye area. And when your focus collects here, please take your attention to the planet's core. And when you arrive there, take a larger than normal breath. And as you are there, pausing for a moment, envision being gifted a golden spark of light. Then bring your attention back to yourself again. Allow the golden light to follow you up and allow the light to come up through you and out your crown to infinity. And let that energy flow. Let's just pause here for a minute, relaxing. Let the idea of this flowing energy solidify in your mind. Allow the energies to flow. If you sense it flowing, that's great. If you don't sense it flowing, can you please envision or imagine a light flowing through you of a golden hue? Any hue of gold that you feel. It might be a green gold, like an olive gold. It might be a really bright yellow gold. It might be sometimes a black gold. Many hues of gold. Sometimes it's a orangish or reddish gold. That's a really good one too. But whatever hue of gold it is, gold is the primary. And the hue can be anything that you are drawn to this day. But allow that energy transference. Allow the idea of it. And allow that light to radiate. Let it radiate so much that you perceive it even outside of your body, like a comfortable distance, just like arm's length all the way around. Just take a few larger than normal breaths. And just let this idea expand and solidify, let it become. If you can sense it, feel it there, that's better. If you can't sense it or feel it, then please envision or imagine a light radiating. and the energy flowing. There we go. There's going to be some extra helpful energies available today, they just said. It's very interesting looking. It's a kind of light, but as it translates from their realm to this realm, it kind of looks like custard to me. Just a blob of custard coming. But it's really great. And it enhances and does what? Helps ground and amplify. Okay, great. So be it. Gift accepted. Please take a breath and let that sink in. Who are you? I can't make that out. Tell me later. Anyway, there's a gift of this golden custard energy. Don't know what else to call it. Gifted from some non-physical friends. So as we become more aware of our structure, our golden radiance, our golden light to the core, grounded to the planet, extremely stable. And as you kind of ascend around yourself, kind of find your energetic center. And from this energetic center, usually around your heart chakra, please envision a golden tendril of light coming out a comfortable distance and then fanning out into like a wall. Mine is a transparent wall. It's like a golden tinted glass. I can see through it. It's transparent, but it's solid enough that I can place my picture ideas upon it. And because I'm a gold-based being and this is a gold-based thing, my ideas just automatically stick to it. They just automatically adhere to it wherever I place it on the wall idea. It just sticks there all by itself. I don't use any hooks or anything or wires or nothing. It's just there. I find that simpler than trying to conjure up a hook to hang all this stuff on. It's just too problematic. It's just easier if it just sticks. On this wall, we are going to place mental images, but not just any mental images. These will be mental images conjured from our own information through the filter of unconditional love, and then we're going to place them on the wall, along with any idea of how that is to occur, because it's not up to us to know how this upgrade or blessing or idea is to occur. We're not going to be privy to that kind of information, that kind of creation-like information. We're just saying that this is what we would prefer. So we know where we are. We're going to envision what we prefer through the filter of unconditional love, and then we're going to place it on the wall along with any idea about how it's to happen. It's not for us to worry about. Source energy will handle all of that. It's kind of like we're going to place it on the wall. We're going to let God sort it out. That's what we're going to do. That always works best. And it's the most simple way, so that it's actually perfect. So it's not a dishonor or anything to do it that way. It's just that we don't need to worry about how it's to happen. This is just what we prefer. So that's what we're going to do. So let's begin with ourselves. Please envision yourself in a healthy, happy state. What would you look like in a completely healthy, happy state? And there might be those watching that say, I've never been healthy. I was born ill. Then can you please imagine what you would look like in a healthy, happy state, even though you cannot physically remember one of your own? You probably have a pretty good idea of what it would be like to be that physically free, that mentally free, that spiritually free. You have an idea, even if it's a secret, deep held idea. You have an idea of what you would prefer, what health would be for you. So please envision yourself in that state, and then take a mental snapshot and then place this image on the wall, along with any idea of how that is to occur, how that is supposed to be created. Don't take the whole idea about how, and take that idea and also place it on the wall. You might also quickly add what an abundant you, so healthy, happy, abundant, supported you would look like. What does this happy you look like? And take that mental snapshot and place it on the wall, along with any idea of how that is to occur. Place it all on the wall for amplification. Would your smile be brighter? Would your hair be a certain way? Would your physical image look different? What does your happiness? Is it a relaxed happiness, or is it an active happiness? Are you active in that image? Whatever you feel your best is, place that on the wall. So that being the theme, let's go to the next section of things that we can address. And this will be partners, friends, and family. If you have partners, friends, or family that you would wish health, wellness, abundance, support for, please envision these people in a healthy, happy state. You can do it one at a time if you have just a couple, or you might envision like they're all together in like a room where you assemble them and envision them all happy, and then take this group picture and place it on the wall. Either way, there is no wrong. So please envision friends, partners, family, these people, envision them in a healthy, happy, abundant, supported state. Envision what you believe they would look like if they were perfectly healthy, happy, abundant, and supported. Take a mental snapshot of that image, place that image on the wall, along with any idea of how that is to occur. Take that hook right out of you. It's not your responsibility to make this happen. We're just envisioning them well. Along with any idea of how that is to occur. Sorry, I was fighting a sneeze right there if you're wondering what was going on. Just a moment here because I got distracted by the sneeze. I need to address a couple of people just real quick. All right. In the next idea, I'd like to address persons that we do not know. So if you are aware of any persons that you would wish health, wellness, safety, abundance, well-being for, if you know anybody who's experiencing any kind of calamity or strife and you would wish them well, whether it is a community of people or a nation of peoples, any kind of groups of peoples, please envision these peoples in a healthy, happy, abundant, supported state. Take a mental image of what this happy peoples would look like to you. Take a mental snapshot of this image and place this image on the wall, along with any ideas of how that is to occur, because it's not up to us how that is to occur. Talked to one person one time, they said they just envision these communities all holding hands. And that was the best, fastest way for them to envision these happy communities. They're all just holding hands. And there's nothing else going on. Everybody just becomes present. They just hold one another's hands and they just unify in that one spot. And then they take a mental image of that unity and they place it on the wall. Because it's fast, it's easy, and it covers all the bases. Along with any idea about how that's to occur. Next, we will address pets. Let's do pets of your own pets, friends' pets, family's pets. So all the intimate kind of your pets, friends' pets, family's pets. Please envision these pets in a healthy, happy state. Envision them happy, supported, abundant, comfortable. Take a mental image of these animals and place this image on the wall along with any idea of how that is to occur. Remove the responsibility of making that happen away from you. Give that to the wall. In the next idea, we will address kept animals. Examples of kept animals. Excuse me one second. Examples of kept animals are pet shop, farm animals, ranch animals, animals that serve like horses, goats, pigs, chickens, things like that. Kept animals, animals who usually in some way serve. These will be land animals. We will address the water life shortly. So if you are aware of any kept animals, zoos, pet shops, farms, ranches, or any other animals that are kept that serve, and you would wish health and wellness, safety, support, and abundance for these animals, please envision these animals in a healthy, happy state. Take a mental image of those animals and place this image on the wall, along with any idea of how that is to occur. Sometimes I just envision a flurry of animals just looking at me with that knowing, that look of acknowledgement. And then I take a mental snapshot of that look, and then I place those images on the wall. So you might envision all these animals looking at you with acknowledgement of your unconditional love, and then take a snapshot of that and place it on the wall. to get all these happy faces looking at you. Click. Wall. In the next idea, we will address unkept animals, wild animals, stallions, giraffes, anything, any land animal. If you are aware of any land animals that are experiencing any kind of calamity or strife, and you would wish health and wellness and abundance and safety and support for these beings, for these animals, please envision these animals in that healthy, happy, kept state or safe state. Take a mental image of that, take a mental snapshot of that image, place that image on the wall, along with any idea of how that is to occur. Actually detach from having to make it happen. You don't have to make it happen. You just have to see it so. Let's take a moment, take a few larger than normal breaths. Good. And the next idea, we will address freshwater marine life. We will address the water separately when we address the planet. But for now, just the marine life within the fresh water, and we'll do the water shortly. So it's this way, you're not trying to do the water and the beings, just do the beings now. We'll address the water shortly for those that haven't watched before. So please envision these freshwater marine life beings, algae, minnows, I don't know, every type of fish, every type of tadpole, salamanders, things like that. Freshwater beings. Would that also include the water snakes? Yeah, the water snakes. What else? What is in there? Crawdads and I don't know, other things. Whatever you are aware of, please envision these beings in a healthy, happy, abundant, supported state. Take a mental snapshot of these beings in that state and place this image on the wall, along with any idea of how that is to occur. In the next idea, we will address saltwater beings, saltwater life. If you are aware, or if you wish health, abundance, safety, support for these water beings, whales, dolphins, porpoise, sea urchins, reefs, reef systems, plant lives. Oh, there's so many different beings. There's the deep ones, there's the not so deep ones, there's the gelatinous ones, there's the fish ones, there's the cold, mostly cold-blooded ones, there's the warm-blooded ones. Please envision all this sea life in a healthy, happy, abundant, supported state. Take a mental snapshot of these happy beings and place this image on the wall, along with any idea of how that is to occur. I know there's an awful lot of beings, there's an awful lot of things, an awful lot of reefs. It's a big place we're on. But they're always looking so happy when we do this, and just so wonderful. So let's take a moment to just recap. We started with our healthy, happy selves, and then our healthy, happy partners, friends, and family, our healthy, happy healthy, happy others, people that we don't know what they look like. And then we did our pets. And then we did our kept animals. And then we did our unkept animals. And then we did our freshwater marine life and then our saltwater marine life. For the next sections, we will be using what I call the golden spheres. And these golden spheres, you just summon them up kind of from your heart chakra. And these spheres are of comfortable size. And they have a lid that opens, and they're like a jar. And we're going to place ideas inside these spheres for amplification. Then we'll put the lids on them, and then we'll just attach the whole sphere to the wall. So for those that haven't done this before that are watching, this is what we're about to do. So please take a deeper than normal breath, and then summon up a golden sphere. This golden sphere will be of comfortable size. Its lid comes off. It is like a jar. Inside this sphere, I'm going to call this the tension sphere. Things that cause you tension. Things that grate within you. My gosh, would this even be like pet peeves as well? And then we'll get to another one where it's things that we're angry about. So not things that we're angry about, but things that cause us tension, like financial tension, like work tensions, people tensions, society tensions, grocery store tensions. I get society tensions. Could it be even relationship tensions? Anything that is a tension to you, anything that causes a pressure to you. And can we, for just a moment, envision all these tensions becoming cleared, becoming sorted, becoming neutralized, where all these things that normally apply pressure to you through a daily basis are neutralized. They just don't exist anymore. They just don't bother you. These tensions no longer apply. So in the idea of things that cause tension, please envision these tensions neutralized in a carefree, neutral way, not through violence, not through malice, not through discontent, but solved. And then take a mental snapshot of what you believe life would look like from this solved position, and take that mental snapshot and place this image inside the sphere, along with any idea about how these tensions are going to be resolved. I know it kind of sounds vague just a little bit, but go ahead and put the lid on this sphere of these tensions, and let's go get a little bit deeper in some other spheres. But let's take this sphere, please, and attach it to the wall for amplification. And we're just going to let those tensions kind of marinate and mull over and neutralize over there all on their own. Tensions reside very closely to things that make us angry. So let's please summon up another golden sphere. This golden sphere is of comfortable size. It has a lid. It opens. It is like a jar. And inside this idea, we're going to call this the angry sphere. Things that make you angry. Things you wish would just go away. Things, oh my gosh, that kind of stuff, that kind of energy. Please envision these things that are making you angry, or things that you are displeased with, these really deep, I am so displeased about this situation. Does it make you angry? Does it not sit well with you? And envision these things solved, neutralized, no longer potent, no longer a thing. and take a mental snapshot of what that life would look like, what this aspect of life would look like if it were solved, and take this mental image and place it inside this sphere. Let's do some more examples of things you might be angry about, like when you go to the store to get something, but they've changed the price on it and it's way too much, and you wish they wouldn't do that. You might get a little angry. You might get a little miffed. What if your grocery store behaved? So you might envision quickly a behaving grocery store, about a store that leaves the prices alone and doesn't gouge you. What would that look like? Take a mental snapshot of that image and place it in this sphere. What about other things that make you angry? It makes me so mad when what you call it does that thing. He always does it. And he always does it at a certain time, and I wish he'd stop. All right. What would that piece look like? What if what's his name just chilled out? And what if this issue was no longer an issue? What would that look like? Take a mental snapshot of that image and place it in this sphere, along with any idea of how that is to occur. What else makes you angry? What else are you fed up with? So I'm going to be quiet for just a moment as you address things that you are angry / fed up with. Envision these items neutralized, cleared, solved, sorted, peaceful. Take a mental snapshot of this peaceful, solved idea and place it in the sphere, along with any idea about how that is to occur. Even if it's just that you wish something that was easier. If something's been hard and you just wish it was easier, what does that easier look like? Take a mental image of that easier and place it in the sphere, along with any idea of how that is to occur. You don't have to please disconnect and detach from how the easy is supposed to happen. Doesn't matter how it happens, as long as it happens. We're going to let Source sort that out. So things that make you angry, pet peeves again, dislikes. So what if you could take a dislike, envision it into something that you would like, take that mental image, place it in the sphere, along with any idea about how that is to occur. I'm angry my wallet's always empty. All right, envision your wallet full. Take that mental snapshot, place it in the sphere, along with any idea about how the money gets in your wallet. Or maybe we'll do some other ideas. We'll do the desire sphere here shortly. But if your wallet makes you angry, go ahead and put this in the anger sphere. If your wallet's your friend, then we'll put it in the desire sphere. When you feel you have your sphere with all the things you'd like to put in there, please place the lid back on your sphere and then attach this sphere to the wall for amplification. Before we do the desire sphere, I think I'd like to try a wrongdoing sphere. So please summon up another golden sphere. We will call this the wrongdoing sphere. It is of comfortable size. It has a lid. It opens. It is like a jar. And inside this sphere, I would like for you to take any ideas of wrongdoing, whether it's medical wrongdoing or personal wrongdoing or relationship wrongdoing or something isn't right wrongdoing or somebody isn't being treated fairly wrongdoing. Take all the idea of any wrongdoing. Envision all of these wrongs righted. Take a mental snapshot of that image of all of these things righted and place that image in the sphere, along with any idea of how that is all to occur. Any idea of wrongdoing. It's wrong they do this, it's wrong they do that. Take all these wrongdoings, envision them righted. Take that image, place it in the sphere, along with any idea about how that is to occur. Take just a moment here and let you conjure all your wrongdoings or wrongdoings that you are aware of. I know this can be a pretty hefty sphere. These spheres are pretty tough. They can take it. They're made up of the same source energy all things are made of. So it's pretty tough stuff. It can handle it. So if you got a wrongdoing that you think is really, really too much, I'll put it in there anyway. Doesn't matter what the wrongdoing is. Envision it righted. Even if it's something you can't right, like a closure to something. Envision this closure just existing. So I didn't get to tell you in life, so I'm going to tell you now, and then place that wrongdoing in the sphere, write it, envision it, write it, and along with any idea of how that is to occur. I know this is a pretty good sphere, this one here, this wrongdoing sphere, because you can put all kinds of stuff in there. And it doesn't matter if it's from childhood to adulthood or beyond. If you are aware of any kind of wrongdoing, please envision this wrongdoing, write it. Take that mental image, place it in the sphere, along with any idea of how that is to occur. Complete detachment from how. Place that in the sphere. Then replace the lid on your sphere and attach this sphere to the wall. So what did we do? We kind of did a tension sphere, but the tension sphere felt weird today. So we went to an anger sphere. The anger sphere was a little bit better. Then we went to the wrongdoing sphere. Let's do the catch-all sphere. Please summon up another golden sphere. This sphere is of comfortable size. Its lid comes off. It is like a jar. This is the catch-all sphere. If there is any topic that you are aware of that I have not addressed, that you would like to address, please mentally address these items now and envision them in a healed, happy, comfortable, supported, abundant state. Take a mental image of that, take a mental snapshot of that image, place it in the sphere, along with any idea of how that is to occur. Anything I have not addressed. If you're aware of some aliens, they're not getting along with some other aliens, in which they will just cut it out and get along, envision them getting along, take a mental snapshot of getting along, put it in the sphere, along with any idea of how that's to occur. If you are aware of some persons who are not having a really great life at the time being and you wish them better, take a mental image of what that better would look like, place it in the sphere, along with any idea of how that is to occur. Release yourself from the responsibility of making that happen. You don't need to make things happen. Because as we put these images in the spheres and on our images and on our wall, and we give this wall, when we give this wall to Source, Source will figure out how and the whys Source will sort it out. We don't need to take responsibility for making it happen, but we need to will it so in order for it to happen. This is the importance of the wall. This is the importance of the detachment of how it should occur. We don't have control over some of these energies, but Source does. We will let Source sort it out. Our job is to address it within us, address it fully, detach from it, give it the source. That's what we're doing. This is a very, very, very important process, because inside the doing of this process, we become clear, we become free, we become strong. In the doing of this, we get all the health that we are wishing for, that we are putting out there. It comes back. It's called fair exchange of energy. We put the good energy out, good energy comes back. That's the deal. That's how this works. So if you're looking for the mechanism that how this works, this is the mechanism. There you go. Great mystery solved. All right, when you are through, please replace the lid onto your sphere and take your catch-all sphere and attach it to the wall for amplification. My favorite one. Please summon up another golden sphere. This one will be the sphere of desire. This sphere is of comfortable size. It has a lid that comes off. It is like a jar. Inside this sphere, I would like for you to take all the ideas of all of your best desires. Imagine those desires coming to fruition. Take a mental image, a snapshot of those desires coming to fruition, and place those images in the sphere, along with any idea of how that is to occur. So you'd like a new house for your family? Envision a beautiful, nice new house with all of your family in there, living comfortably, harmoniously. Take a mental snapshot of that image, place it in the sphere, along with any idea of how that is to occur. Would you like a new car? Would you like a new car for your boyfriend, girlfriend, / family member? Take a mental image, envision this car, envision them happy with it, being all happy together. Oh, look, we're mobile. This is great. Take a mental snapshot of that image and place it in the sphere, along with any idea of how that is to occur. Oh, I'd really like to win the lottery jackpot. I want the jackpot. I want the big one. I want to do everything. I'm going to do all kinds of cool. I got all kinds of projects in my mind. I just want to do it all. Envision what that all would look like. Envision the excitement of that jackpot lottery win. Take a mental snapshot of that image, place it in the sphere, along with any idea of how that is to occur. Detach from the idea. Never think it again. Not like this. I know. I know. Place it in the sphere. Detach. What else is going on? Oh, I just wish this or wish that. Whatever your wishes are. I wish all kinds of neat things. Whatever your desires are, I wish for a better, healthy relationship. What would a better, healthy relationship look like to you? Take a mental snapshot of that image and place it in the sphere, along with any idea of how that is to occur. Because it's not up to you how it occurs. Just as long as it happens, you're happy. That's what we want. That's what this is about. This is a great sphere. What do you want? I want to eat better. I want to live better. I want to shine. What does that shine look like? Take a mental image of what you believe that shine looks like. Take that snapshot, place it in the sphere, along with any idea about how that is to occur. What if everything went your way? What if you were not ever met with any resistance ever? Oh, yes, sir. The customer is always right. Oh, you want to sit in that seat? Okay. Oh, oh, you want? Oh, yeah. You don't have to have this ticket. You can be released. Yeah, you're free to go. What if everything went your way? What would that look like? Take a mental image, a snapshot of what you believe if everything went your way would look like. Take that snapshot, place it in the sphere, along with any idea of how that's to occur. You might even be able to secretly address some others that I have not addressed. Please address them now. Take that mental snapshot of that desire and place it in this sphere, along with any idea of how that is to occur. Then place your lid on your sphere and attach it to the wall for amplification. Please come to the observer position and let's look at our structure here just quickly. You see your golden self anchored to the planet. You see this golden tendril of light coming from somewhere around your center, going out to this wall with all these ideas stuck to it. All these ideas have come through unconditional love. These are the best that we have to offer. They've come right out of us and they're represented on this wall, along with any idea of how that's to occur. We've got all these neat spheres going on. We've got a tension sphere, an anger sphere. We have the everything sphere. It's all there. It's all there. And as you look at your wall and you gaze at your structure, you see your golden you see your tendril, you see your wall, and then kind of as you gaze at your wall, kind of find its kind of energetic center. And then out the backside of your wall, envision a golden tendril of light coming from that center, going out a comfortable distance. And at the end of that tendril, envision our planet, planet Earth, as viewed from space. Envision the planet there as viewed from space. Now, if your planet has a moon, great. If it doesn't have a moon, great. There is no wrong. But as you look at your Earth, kind of break the Earth up into three sections. We're going to address the land masses, then we will address the waters, and then we will address the atmosphere around the planet. All right, so firstly, let's address, excuse me, the land masses. So as you're gazing at your planet Earth, if you are aware of any land masses or land areas that are experiencing any kind of calamity or strife, fire, hurricane, winds, drought, any kind of normal land stuff, or maybe not normal land stuff, please envision these lands healed. You might even envision the homes being repaired. You might envision the lands becoming lush again. And as you address these areas, you might leave a little golden spark of light on each place that you mentally address so that when you look at it, you can kind of see that you've addressed it right there. All right, so you have a little reminder. So let's take a moment to address all of the land masses and then just leave a little golden spark of light there when you've experienced all lushed or repaired or however it is you prefer to envision it. But let's take a moment to address the land masses just quickly. All right. Take just a larger than normal breath and kind of take a second here and just see if there's anything else you'd like to address on the land masses. All right. Let's address the planet's waters. We'll do the fresh waters and the salt waters together, all the waters. So you might address the Great Lakes, North Atlantic, South Atlantic, get into the ocean, the seas, the Ionian Sea, there's Caspian Sea, there's the Aegean Sea, there's all the seas. Then we go all the way around to the Pacific. So let's take a moment and address all the areas of water. And as a hint or a tip, when you're envisioning the waters and you envision the waters in a healthy, happy state, usually the water is clear, right? So clear water denotes like a health, and clouded water probably a little less health, and then absolutely murky water might be completely messed up, or if there's any other kind of pollution or thing going on. So just as a quick tip, if you'd like to just envision the waters clear and free of debris, free of chemicals, free of any other kind of elements or content. All right. And then I'll be quiet for a moment and we can address all of the Earth's waters. Might even take a moment to address the ice at the poles. All right, once you feel that you've sufficiently addressed the waters of the planet, let's address our atmosphere. And so our atmosphere is a very complex thing. It's moving around, it's doing things. So envision like a golden bubble around our atmosphere, and that everything inside the golden bubble is where you're going to amplify your health, well-being, happiness. Because some weather and things we're not going to be able to change, because this being we call atmosphere is a pretty dynamic thing. So to wish it smoothness, to wish it proper fluidity, to offer it the idea of freedom to be what it needs to be to balance itself out, right? So that we can get this more harmony kind of going for the planet surface and everything else, and all the positive aspects of our atmosphere. So let's focus on whatever that idea means to you and offer that energy to our atmosphere inside our golden bubble around our planet. So if you want to address the atmosphere where El Nino is out there in the Pacific, you might want to offer peace, fluidity, safety, harmony there. Or you just might offer that whole thing to the entire golden bubble of atmosphere. Let it all be peaceful, fluid, happy. Is atmosphere happy? Can atmosphere be peaceful? Less meddling, more peaceful. Any idea of health and well-being, please envision it now for this area. It's out of me because even as I'm speaking that, it's the clouds that I'm addressing. I'm not addressing the blue sky. The blue sky is the neutral portion of the weather and the neutral portion of the atmosphere. It's the clouds, the turmoil, the things like that, the things that can be a source of strife, and wishing calm for these things and wishing fluidity and ease where they don't have to lash out so much, so to speak. So envisioning this atmosphere at peace, being fluid, flowing naturally, peacefully, and that idea to allow that energy to expand in a healthy, happy idea. Envision kind of that for here. And then also, let's take a moment for those that have a moon with their planet. If you want to take a moment to address your moon. Mine doesn't have a moon, but I know some people that do, and they really like addressing their moon, all kinds of neat stuff for that. There's another energy. One moment. Okay. All right. Please come to your observer position, kind of above, so you can kind of glance and kind of look down upon your structure. So you see the golden glowing you anchored to the planet. You see a golden tendril of light, an unconditional love wall with all kinds of things addressed on it in some spheres, with another golden tendril of light with your planet with or without a moon. Okay. And the message I just got is that golden custard energy comes into play here. If there is anything through any of this structure that we have not addressed, something that maybe perhaps does not have words, something you secretly feel within your heart that you maybe are not able to verbalize or barely maybe even conceptualize, but there is a well-being idea that you have in your heart that you haven't been able to attach to this structure or release to this structure. So this energy is coming now, this kind of golden custard, whatever non-physical energy coming to help bring the silent heart wishes to this healing. Aha. Things that we know with our hearts, but we can't, we wish for it, but it's just not here. It's not a mental thing. It's from somewhere else, some other, gosh, I want to almost say primal desire for the betterment of all these things in the idea of healing and cleansing, clearing. So please allow this kind of golden energy to address that deeper heart idea and allow it to transmit that idea that you hold within you to this healing structure, and allow it to just flow wherever it needs to go through the idea of this new golden energy. That, so the idea is so that you can release these deeper ideas, even if you can't muster the words for them. There's things that we secretly wish, oh, we wish the water this, the planet that, the this, that, all these situations are better, this, that, we are better. This energy is coming to serve in this respect. So let's take a moment, let's just take a series of deeper than normal breaths. And just allow this new energy to flow through us, out our heart, down the tendril to the wall, down the tendril to the earth. As it connects to us, we connect to it, we send it forth with the intention of clearing, healing. Being able to reach into those places that we desire but don't have words for. Let this peace be amplified and projected. Just let that energy flow a moment. Take a larger than normal breath. So from the observer position looking now, do you have kind of a satisfied feeling about this whole idea, this whole trinary structure, all the healing, even the stuff that's deep within being amplified now? Feels pretty good there, that. So as you look at the structure, please notice the tendril between your planet and your wall. And somewhere around the center of that tendril, please lovingly snip that tendril free. And allow your planet and golden bubble atmosphere, allow the whole structure to drift away into source. Just allow it to either vanish or dematerialize, or however it gets absorbed into creation with all of the healed ideas upon it. And give all that information to source. Looking back at the remaining structure, you have your golden wall with a golden tendril connected to your heart chakra. And as you notice this golden tendril, please find its center and lovingly snip this golden tendril free and allow your golden wall to drift off into source. understanding that we have our best representations of our unconditional love on this wall. Allow it to vanish or dematerialize into source with all of that information upon it. And now please notice your being, your structure, this golden being anchored to earth. Please bring your focus attention back into your body. You might wiggle a toe or twitch a leg or feel your spine and get fully back into your body again. You might move your shoulders, your arms, your neck, your head. You may suddenly become aware of your face. Please take a larger than normal breath. There is no reason to disconnect from this energy. This energy is you. This is an amplified, grounded you. There's no reason to disconnect from this. You can stay in this energy. Please hold on to it for as long as you can through the rest of your evening, your day. This is you. This is your energy. This is your connection to it all. You can allow it to ride out until it fades or until it's not that it so much goes away, but it's more like you physically attune to it until you no longer notice it because you become it. So there's no reason to disconnect. This will also help serve to heal, elevate, keep us grounded, which is really, really, really nice. Even in doing that, though, we have done some energy work here, and there is going to be a transference of non-physical energies becoming physical within you, physical energies becoming non-physical within you and going away because we have caused an adjustment. So because of this, please drink extra water for the next several days, 2 or 3 days, an extra liter if you can swing it, but at least an extra glass per day. This will help facilitate the exchanging of these energies, these adjustments to be smoother for you. There's something we all deserve is a little smoothness. So please have some extra water. It will help with that. All right. So please fully bring yourself back into the awareness of your 3D reality. Become aware of your room, your position on the planet, your town, your country, your geographic location on the planet. Bring yourself completely back into consciousness again. And I'm going to bring myself back as well from holding the space. I'm just checking if there's any other messages because they seem to. Everybody's pleased. Me too. All right. Wow. That golden custard energy was kind of really neat stuff. It wanted to go deep, really, really deep. It wanted a little bit more than heart information. It wanted like soul projection ideas and stuff. That was pretty interesting stuff. And I'm not clear about what being that is. There were like a couple of them. There was one that was kind of speaking. There were like 3 or 4 other ones, and I just couldn't quite make them out. I couldn't understand a word they said, but I was getting the gist of what they meant. Anyway, very, 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 very interesting. Announcements are, this was the last live Wellness Wednesday for 2017, because I'm going to take a break for the rest of the year, do holiday stuff, do friend things, and that kind of thing for the end of the year. And then the next scheduled event, I'm looking for the second week of January. And whether that's a Monday or a Wednesday, I'll know once January gets here. I'll make that announcement in the Facebook group and the Messenger group. And so we'll address that then. So what I'd like to say for right now is thank you. Thank you, everybody here. Thank you, everybody watching. Thank you, everybody who's going to watch, because you're going to want to watch. I'll say thank you for your time, your support, all the neat experiences. Thank you. Very, very nice. If you are watching this on YouTube, where I archive all the videos, please hit the like button, because that helps get me coverage, and subscribe. If you haven't, you can subscribe over here. You can see my last video over there. And until next time, much love to you all, and see you then.